Okay, so question 15. Consider this function, rewrite the equation of the function in turning point form. So this is where we're going to use our calculator to break the back of it, but we need to show the markers that we understand how to go about turning point form at least a little bit. So I'll do it the way I've taught my class to do it, which is to start off with f of x equal to, and then take out 3 as a common factor of just the first two terms. And I tend to use square brackets because I know I'll be using round brackets on the inside. So x squared plus 4x minus 5, like so. And then you can continue the process. It's not that hard to do this. So you could continue the process if you wanted to, straight through until you get a final equation. However, you can also go to your calculator, go to Menu, Algebra, and complete the square. And you can type in that expression. So 3x squared plus 12x minus 5. As usual, I forget the comma x. And there it is there, 3x plus 2 all squared minus 17. So then I can go straight to which equals 3 outside of x plus 2 all squared minus 17, and you're done. No need to waste any more brain cells doing that one. Okay, part B says determine the y-intercept of the function. So that's pretty straightforward, I think. I can go... I can substitute x equal to 0 and I can solve it. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back over here to my calculator. And this is one of those times where it was a 3-part question and I went straight into completing the square with this, when really what would have been better is if I'd gone F2, because I've already used F1, F2 of x, control this bit here, so you get the colon equal, sorry, which means is defined as, and I can put in my function 3x squared plus 12x minus 5. So I can define the function. I could have then gone Menu, Algebra, complete the square, and then just gone f2 of x with respect to x. There we go. It's the same value as before, unsurprisingly. And then I could have gone, well, I need to know the y-intercept, and the y-intercept is when x equals 0. So I can go f2 of 0, and it's minus 5, just like that. So in part B, it's only worth 1 mark. So I could probably just get away with writing the answer, to be honest. But I can go at x equals 0, f of 0 is equal to minus 5. And then, just in case they decide to take marks off for it, I would be writing 0, minus 5 as the y-intercept. And then part C, this is where it can be a little bit more useful for me. It says draw a neat sketch of f of x equals blah, blah, blah. Same functions we've been dealing with. On the axis below, showing the turning point and the y-intercept. X-intercepts are not required. Now, to be perfectly honest, because we've already worked it out in part A and part B, we probably don't need to use a calculator to do it, but we can confirm on our calculator. But our turning point was negative 2, 17, negative 2, negative 17. So I'm going to go, that's going to be here. So I got that from part A, negative 2, where is it? Sorry. Here we've got reverse the sign, so negative 2 here and then negative 17 here. We've got the y-intercept of negative 5 here. So that's kind of like, something like this. It's not a very good scale. I can see from the graph that it's going to be a smiley graph, so it's going to be concave up, so that's fine. And then I'm sort of joining it up. And I'm joining it up that way. And it says x-intercepts are not required, so that's all I need to do. There's no need to touch my calculator. However, if I go to my calculator and I go Control plus Page and I click on Add Graphs, I can actually add f2 of x. It's already there because I defined it in my calculator page. So all I need to do is turn it on, which I can never remember how to do. There you go. I just press the right arrow and that turns it on. And then I can zoom it out a bit. So Menu, Window Settings, and I might go from, say, minus 10 to 5 would be good enough, I think. And I know that it's going down to minus 17, so I might make it minus 20 to 10, something like that. That should scope it nicely. and then I can sort of see for myself what those values are. And you can see that I've got it right. And of course, you can do things like go menu, analyze graph, minimum to find a minimum. There you go, minus 217. You can also use trace graph. So menu, trace, graph, and use your arrow keys, and it will jump to the y-intercept eventually. 0, minus 5. So that's all good. And if you were asked to find the x-intercepts, you can do that this way as well. So 0.38 would be one of them, and you can do the other one here. Or of course, you can go menu, analyze graph, and 0, and then just drag either side, and there would be the other x-intercept. But you didn't have to do it for this question, but I'm just saying that's how you would do it.